Hey, James, Sinba, how you doing? Is that Lenniel? Lenniel? Ted? Ted's here. My name is here. Saved 85. I don't know what that's going to mean. Stop recording. Here we go. Here we are. Let's rock and roll. Look at this. We are almost ready to go. Old dog. Is that you, old dog? Woohoo! Old dog's in the house. All right, old dog. Give me a second getting my Facebook up and running. Not that a lot of people show up on Facebook, but hey, it's there because we need there. All right, home. All right, that one will get going sooner or later. Simba, hey, they tried to scam me today using your TikTok. Yeah, nobody uses my TikTok. I have my own, but there are like 23. I think we found two more over the week. So I think there's 24 people pretending to be me. Yeah, so you got to be leery of that. That's all. Red Tank 88. How you doing, Red Tank 88, Ryan? Any chance of Boeing? All right, we're going to take a look at Boeing. I'm going to write that down on our list to take a look at today. Boeing. Got my trusty old book here. And we get Facebook up and running. Facebook up and running. I don't know who keeps posting stuff on Facebook. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Ryan. We're going to take a look at Boeing. Where is Boeing? Is Boeing on this list? Boeing is not on the list, so we'll write it down. May or may not get to it today because we got a lot to go over. Uh-oh. There, whoops. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Ryan, you got it. BMY. BMY? Bristol Myers Squibb? All right, we'll take a gander at it. Why not? All right, so let's just get started. Here we go. My name's James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Hey, Mikey G, how you doing tonight? Ryan C, also. Can somebody, whoever, do me a favor? See if this is up live on YouTube. Okay, this screen right here should be live on YouTube. I just want to make sure it is working properly. Mikey G, can you take care of that for me? Thank you very much. All right, so as I was saying, this strategy that I'm about to teach you right now, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That is my goal. Alan, yes, it is. Outstanding. How's the sound? Does the sound good? I get this new microphone. Just picked it up the other day. Hopefully it's working. All right, yeah, because somebody mentioned something. Every time I walked away from the computer, they couldn't hear me very well. All right, so I had to pick me up one of those, what do you call those? Wireless microphone. Sounds great? Awesome. Cool beans. All right. We got a lot of stocks to take a look at. Bill Chamberlain. Thank you there, Mr. Bill Chamberlain. Way to go. Dylan Vars. All right, Dylan, how you doing there too? All right, so let's just get started. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know there are 24. We counted them. We got two more people. 24 people pretending to be me on TikTok and other platforms. So if you really want to talk to me, seriously, send me your number. I will give you a call. Now, when I call, it's a call coming from Florida. Okay, that's my phone number coming from Florida. So if you get a phone number coming from Florida, Scott, how you doing there, Scott? So if you see a phone call coming from Florida, that's me. You hear what I'm saying because you're here live now with me, so you know what I sound like. All right, so I don't send you text messages saying, hey, I got this great deal in cryptocurrency. Nope, I don't do that. I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't do Forex. I don't do gold. I don't do ETFs. Coming in loud and clear. Big important on the volume. Is it too loud on the volume so I turn it down a little bit, or is it good? I don't know. All right. Alejandro, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? Mucho bueno, señor. Okay, so as I was saying, there's 24. We've counted them up. 24 people pretending to be me. Okay, so if you really want to talk to me, I have no problem talking to people. I love talking to people. Love trying to help them out. Power off. Uh-oh. Facebook just turned off. Why did Facebook turn off? Nope, it's great. All right, I got to plug Facebook in. Apparently, ran out of juice. Is what it is. All right, so that being said, yep, she turned off, ran out of juice. Okay, I think we can live without Facebook for the night. Not as if they're, why don't I do commodities? All right, hey, is that Rad? All right, Rad. Why I don't do commodities? Well, plain and simple, because commodities aren't consistent. Commodities don't pay a dividend. Okay, now I'm at that point in my life where I like things simple, consistent, and predictable. Okay, I'm retired. I have a certain amount of money that I have to live off of. That's got to live me. That's got to last me for the rest of my life. Hopefully nothing happens to me medically. I have any issues like that, but I'm pretty healthy. Not really worried about that at the moment. So my trading is supplementing my income. I can't rely on the government. I'm not 65 yet. I can't collect. They're trying to push it up to 72. Yeah, like that. So I'm going to wait another 12 years before I can collect Social Security. That's going to be helpful. Hakuna is here. How are you doing? All right, so I got a little bit of money. I put it aside. Okay, now when I invest in dividend stocks, specifically companies that have consistently increased their payments to their shareholders, that's you and me. If you are here, that means you have an interest. Buck Hunt from Chicago, how are you doing? Okay, so how you doing, Hakuna? So what was I saying? See what happens when you get old, you forget things. I get this ADD. So anytime I see something flashing, the screen's over here. Yeah. NVIDIA now the biggest in the world. Yeah, Hakuna, you know how I feel about NVIDIA. Don't like them at all. Buck Hunt, you have money on the side. Nope. Could you give your opinion on O and PSEC? What is that? Dank seller? Okay, I'll put O down. O, and I will put PSEC down. Is what you were saying. Okay, yeah. What was the other one? PSEC? PSEC. Okay, we're probably not going to get to it tonight only because this is the list we're looking at tonight. Okay, I get this list and I get this list tonight. That's a lot to go over. All right, so I've worked since I was 13 years old. My first job was in I think it was 1974, 1973, 74, somewhere in that area. Dividend supplementing income. Okay, yeah, no, not dividend supplementing income. What I do, yes, I know O is a monthly. Yes, I'm aware of that. Okay, I just wanted to pick on the guy a little bit later. not so quick to the show, you know what I mean? So I got my money set aside. So I worked 40, 50 years of my life since I was 13. Okay, do I have a YouTube? Yes. YouTube, this right here is live on YouTube. This screen right here. I like the way it does that. See that? You touch the screen, bang, bang. So that screen is live on YouTube because more than likely you're not going to be able to read these numbers. See how small they are on your phone or your tablet? You're not going to be able to read those numbers. Love it. I have this stock. Well, you know what, Hakuna? All more power to you. You know what? Is what it is. I don't like NVIDIA only because they get a 1 cent dividend and their book value is only $2 per share. So you're paying $130 per share on a stock that only has a $2 valuation. Okay? So if something went wrong with NVIDIA, you're basically screwed. Okay, same with PSEC. Yep, I'm well aware of that. PSEC and O, really not on my list, but I was going to do the guy a favor, take a look at them and tell him why I don't like them. That's a no. All right. Oh, yeah, so I've been working since I was 13. So I got this little bit of money set aside. So that little bit of money gets me a 1% per week. That pays all my monthly bills. Okay, 1% a week takes care of all my monthly bills. So I'm just sharing what I know and what I do. All right, it's really not that difficult, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's not that I'm going to bait and switch. I'm not going to say, all right, yeah, you got to buy this in order to get. No, I'm going to show you the whole damn thing because I got sick and tired of the powers that be. I'm up 40% since last week. Cool. All right, way to go, Hakuna. So I'm going to show you everything I know in this one particular trading strategy. It's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent, and it's 1% a week that we're looking for. That's over 50% per year. All right, so first and foremost, I only invest in dividend stocks that have consistently increased their dividends to the shareholders. That's you and me. Once you're here and you're buying and selling stocks, you become a shareholder. Okay, WBA did good today. All right, we're going to take a look at WBA, Simba. We'll take a look at it. So, as I was saying, 20 years or more of increased dividends. Because if you look at the statistics, Most companies, new companies, don't make it past 5 years. Like 1 in 100 make it to 10 years. 1 in 1,000 make it to 20 years. And if you're consistently increasing your dividend for 20 consecutive years, well, you must be doing something right. Plain and simple, you must be doing something right. And those are the only companies where I trust my money. So I put my money in there. I get a nice 1% per week. It takes care of all my personal bills. That's me. If you're looking to strike it rich overnight, this ain't the place. Seriously, if you want to buy something and have it shoot to the moon like this NVIDIA crap, no, I don't do that. I don't do capital appreciation. I do safe. Parkis, how you doing there tonight? I only do safe, predictable, and consistent. Now, when I say that, how did I come up with the strategy? Well, in 2008, my daughter oh shit, that's terrible. She was 9 years old at the time. She wanted to learn to do what Daddy was doing. Daddy was trading stocks. I was doing a lot of option trading back then. But there's a lot of risk to option trading. So I had to find something that was simple, because remember, she's only 9 years old, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. So in order to do that, in order for that 5 criteria, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose, is I had to come up with five simple rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you do not understand or you do not want to own it. What does your dividend portfolio look like currently? Tone, my dividend portfolio looks like, well, I get 6 different accounts. Okay. One account has 6 positions, the other account has 4 positions, and one more has 2 positions, and another one has like 25, so on and so forth. But I only share 2 accounts here with you guys. So I was researching a bit. When you do covered calls, you have to own shares in the company. That's correct. NVIDIA is a definite no. That's a no. Your trading is daily obligation, so probably not easy for most people. Not true, junk bum. I do weekly. I buy on Mondays, and I buy the stock. All right, let's go over a couple examples so you understand, okay? Because it's really not that difficult, okay? The trading that I do is less than 10 minutes a day. Mikey P, hey James, is AT&T worth short 16, but dividends decent? Yeah, we'll take a look at AT&T. Do you have 100? Do you have 100 shares? Or yeah, you have to have 100 shares to do one covered call. Is it very easy system fall? Greg, it is. Greg, it was created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. Are each account invested in different sectors or are they diversified? Interesting question. Parkis, how long do you hold the shares, long term, or do you buy shares and options right away? WHIC, I have no idea what that means. Okay, so let's get into a couple of samples so you exactly see what I'm doing. It's really not that difficult, and you guys try not to make it more complicated than it is. All right, so when I say it was created for a 9-year-old little girl back in 2008, it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, in no way she could lose. Number 1, never buy something you do not want to hold long term. When I say long term, I've been investing for over 20 years. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. Peggy, how are you? I'm so new to this. I opened a Robinhood account for a few months ago, but messed up and didn't do a Roth IRA. Well, Peggy, you can always change it. You can always say, give them a call. They're very understanding. Say, hey, I'm very new at this. I did a regular account. I meant to be a Roth account. Do you like the stock ET, Energy Transfer? Energy Transfer is on the list. We are going to take a look at it this evening, sometime this evening. Okay, now you guys rattle off all these stocks we look at. Say, I got this whole list here, and I got this whole list here. So it's going to take me quite a while in order to get to all of it. All right? Okay, so Peggy, what my suggestion to you, Miss Peggy, considering you're new, sit back, relax, absorb as much information as you possibly can, write down any questions you may have, and the most important thing that you can get from what I am saying, the most important thing is, does it make sense? What's your opinion on BITO ticker? Ooh, Tone, cool beans. We'll talk about BITO in a little bit. Got a question over here on Instagram. Hold on. James, when was the last time you sold a call despite that the company didn't pay a dividend during that specific time when you sold the call? Has that happened? Not necessarily so. I try not to. I think we did a while back. I think it was sometime in the second quarter. I'm here for it. Thanks. All right. Get into it. Well, I'm trying. You guys keep asking me questions. If you stop the questions, maybe I can get on with the example. Which state are you from? Well, I'm a snowbird, which means I go to where the weather is warm. At this moment in time, I'm in Florida, helping my mother settle up her account, her estate, because she's at that point in her life where she's got to get everything in order. Okay. We all get there at some point. All right. We're getting Facebook back up again. All right. Let's get in there. You probably don't make millions a year net. I don't see a Rolex. Dude, you will never, ever see a Rolex on me. You won't see it. And you won't see any jewelry at all. I don't wear jewelry. Sorry. I just don't. Okay. Even if I had the money for a Rolex, I wouldn't. Okay. So back to where we are. Let's jump in and take a look at something first on the list. And we'll walk through so you guys understand what I'm looking at. Okay. Ford. We all know who Ford is. They've been in business for over 100 years. If you don't know who Ford is, you have some issues. So the question is, does it make sense? Is it something that I can take care of? All right. Now, first off, Ford. We know who Ford is. They've been in business for over 100 years. First thing I want to look at is what can I buy it for first thing in the morning? For those of you that are new here, let's do this right here. This is the trade grid. Basically, what that means is what was the last trade of the day right here, 1178. The bid, 1178. The ask, 1180. What does that mean? Well, if tomorrow morning I want to sell it, this is what I'm going to get, 1178. If I want to buy it tomorrow, this is what I'm going to pay, 1180. Okay, great. How many shares traded today? 29,023,000. What was the open, the high, the low, the close? That's your trade grid. That gives you all the numbers on the stock. That's the stock. Just underneath that is the option chain. Now, if you don't understand options, they are relatively very simple. All right, I'm going to stop the questions, and I'm just going to go on with the example. I will get back to the questions in a little bit. Let me go through some of the stuff for the people that are new here. So, a covered call is one of the absolute safest trading strategies there is. The words just aren't coming out quite right tonight. So, Ford, this is the example we're looking at. This is what I can buy it for, $11.80. Now, options. Options give you the right, but not the obligation. So when I sell an option, first of all, I have to own the stock. I have to own 100 shares in order to do one option contract. It's all going to make sense in a minute. Just try not to get bogged down with all the new terminology. It's kind of like, if you think about it, it's like layaway. You pick out a bunch of stuff that you like, ooh, 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 ooh. And it's like, all right, here's a little bit of money. Hold it for me. I'll be back Friday. Same thing. All right, so if I'm going to sell an option, I have to buy the stock first. So $11.80 is what I'm going to pay for it. Now, I like weekly options. I don't like monthly options. There's a difference. A monthly option can only be, you can only do it once a month, and it expires on the third Friday of the month. Weekly options expire every Friday. Not really, they expire on Saturday, but you can't do anything on Saturday. So I don't know why they say they expire on Friday. So 21 June, that's this Friday. 28 June, that's next Friday. 5 July, that's 3 Fridays away. 12 July, 4 Fridays away, so on and so forth. Now, monthlies is only one every month, which means you can only do it once a month or 12 times a year. So if I'm doing it 12 times a year, that limits how much money I can make, because the option value is directly related to the stock price and how much time is left before it expires. It's a little confusing, but it's really not. Okay, don't get bogged down with the weird information. So point blank, okay, I'm going to buy it first thing in the morning, $11.80. I'm going to sell it to someone for $11.82, collect 8 cents. Nah, that's not quite there, because there's only 3 days left. So I don't want to do this week. I'm going to do next week. All right. So The 1150 is going for 37. The 12 is going for 11. Both of those are over 1%. So you wanted to see what 1% per week looks like? Well, here you go. Here's Ford. I can buy it $11.80. I can sell it to someone for 12 bucks at 12 bucks, which is more than what I paid for it. Okay, and I can still collect 11 cents per share. If I wanted to, I'd bump it up to 12 cents per share. That would give me 1%. Now, 1% on a weekly option every single week comes to over 50% per year. Now, if it was a monthly, I would get 1%, but I could only do it 12 times a year, and that's only 12% per year. So where I went to school, 50% is much better than 12%. Also, with the weekly option, I only have to figure out where it's going to be in the next 5 days, 5 to 10 days. Monthly options, I got to figure out where the stock is going to be in 4 to 5 weeks. It's much more difficult. So I don't like doing it. All right, back to what we're talking about. So once we figure out what I can buy it for, right? So I'm going to buy it for $11.80 first thing in the morning. I'm going to sell the option first thing in the morning, capture my 1%. That goes to me right away. Elpa, I can't read that name. Honey, that's a girl? Yes. Well, hello there, Facebook land. I can't read your name, and it's kind of different. Interesting. It's like Elpa. Elpa? Enja? All right, anyway. So I'm buying it $11.80. I'm selling for $12, which is more than I paid for it. I'm getting 1% for the week. Okay, it's kind of like having a car in your yard, sitting in your yard. Great, slap for sale sign at $1,000. Great. Someone comes by, Ted. Hey, I like your car. Let me give you $100. I'll be back on Friday to pick it up. He comes back. He gives you $1,000. The $100 is just to hold it, and it doesn't come off the purchase price. That just goes to you directly. So as soon as I do this, first thing in the morning, okay, I buy it, I sell it. First thing in the morning, that money goes into my account. My account has a debit card and a checking and a credit card attached to it. So all my 98% of my money is in the stock market at all times. Okay, my bank account very rarely has any money in it. Okay, because I'm at that point in my life where I have my bills under control. I know when they're due, and I know when I need to have money in my account. It's stupid to buy a Rolex. Better to invest the money. Hey, Acuna, I couldn't agree with you more. I like it when people ask me what color is my Lambo. What the hell? What am I going to do with a Lambo? Okay, I'm a handyman. I grew up in the 60s and 70s. We fix shit. Okay, I need a pickup truck or a van. Don't give me that crap with a Lambo or a Rolex. Yeah, no thanks. Anyway, okay, so after I figure out the numbers and the numbers work, I'll get my 1% here on the option chart. Great, fine, wonderful. Next, I want to see what is the chart telling me, because it's not just the numbers that matter. Okay, even though the numbers look good, the number's not the only thing that matters. Is it the right time to buy Ford? Well, first thing I want to look at is a 1-year chart. The high, the low, where was it a year ago? Where is it now? What direction is it going? Okay, well, there you go. It's really not that difficult. It should take you 3 seconds to figure that out, because you can get a third grader or a fourth grader. Hey, where's the high? Oh, right there. Oh, where's the low? Right there. Where was it a year ago? Right there. Where is it now? Right there. It takes 3 seconds. High, low, was, is, direction. Simple. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Now, if I like the numbers and I'm not at the high of the year and I'm not at the absolute bottom of the year, fine. I want to look a little bit deeper because now I'm interested. Okay? Now, Ford's 100 years old. Really, I'm interested. You got a dividend coming up. Really, really interested. The numbers look good. Now I'm really, really interested. So I want to take a look at the 90-day period. Why 90 days? You can go 6 months if you want. Okay, 6 months from January. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Simple. It looks interesting. Great. Now let's look a little deeper. The last 30 days. Last 90 days. Sorry. The last 90 days, we're at the 18th. So March 18th. All right, March 18th. Here we go. First thing I want to see, again, the high, the low, where was it, where is it, what direction is it going? It's almost going like sideways. I hate saying sideways because stocks don't go sideways. They go up, they go down, that's it. Here's who it was 3 months ago. Here's where it is now. Great. Now, I want to see where it's going to go in the next 5 or 10 days. How do I figure that out? I want to take a look at the last 30 days. Now, why the last 30 days? It gives me an idea of the movement. Because you and me, we are the buyers and we are the sellers. Okay, we buy, we sell. We create this mess. We do. We look at it and say, hey, is Ford worth 12 bucks? Well, apparently it is. Is Ford worth 15 bucks? Apparently it's not. It's actually that simple. Okay, so let's take a deep look. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Great. 30 days ago, here we are, 1240. Okay, the bottom right here, 1150. That was, all right, I'm going to get a little closer. I can't really see that one. The 30th. The 30th was the low of the 30-day period. Now it's 1148. 2 weeks later, we have the high at 1252. She drops down, finds a new bottom, and now she's going to the upside. Look, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, she's heading to the upside now because there can only be one 30-day bottom and there can only be one 30-day top. So where are you going to buy it? If you are going to buy it, first, numbers look good, great. 1-year chart looked okay, 90-day chart looked okay, 60-day chart looked okay. Now we're looking at the 30-day. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. See, this is where she's going next because here was the 30-day high. She came down. That's like 1 year up here, all right? When you're at a high, what do? Now, a lot of people like to hold on. Ooh, it's going up. Great. What is it going to do after that? Well, people are going to take their profits. Say, all right, I'm just going to take my profits. And once it gets down to this point, I'm going to buy it again. Because if you look closely, okay, look closely. Any chart, any stock you want. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all stocks do. You make money by buying low, selling high. Well, where's the low? Well, you can't get any lower than the low of the year. You can't get any lower than the low of the 30-day period. We're looking at the 30-day period because we want to know where is it going in the next 5 to 10 days. If I'm buying it on Monday, I want to be out by Friday. Okay, so right now it's at 1178. I could buy it at 1180 first thing tomorrow morning. Sell somebody the rights, not the obligation. I like, there's two kinds of options, call options, put options. Call options give people opportunities. They're not obligating. A put option, you're obligating someone to do something, or somebody's obligating me to do something, and that just makes me uncomfortable. So no, I don't do puts at all. Sorry, I just don't. There's a lot of good opportunities to do puts. Yeah, great. But this strategy here, remember, created for my 9-year-old, had to be simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. And no way she could lose. So as long as she stuck to the rules, and the rules are simple. Never buy something you don't know or don't understand. Please tell me you know who Ford is. I don't care if you drive a Chevy, a Lamborghini, a Pinto, Ferrari, or even a Hispano Suiza. I don't care what you drive. Do you know who the Ford Motor Car Company is? Have they been in business for over 100 years? Okay. Either you know the company, you understand the company, and you're okay with owning it. So they got a dividend coming up. Great. They're at, no, not a 30-day bottom, but they're close to a 30-day bottom. Okay, the 30-day high is here. 4 days to the downside. The gap already filled. See the gap right here? That gap already filled, but she's going to the upside. Okay? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going up. Is that guaranteed? No, it's not guaranteed. But let's take a quick look at the seasonality chart. What's the seasonality chart? Well, the seasonality chart gives us an idea. How has the stock reacted over the last 10 years? The blue line represents the movement of this year. The red line represents the movement over the last 10 years. Now, with this chart here, I can advance it up to 20 years and look at 20 years of data. But why do I want to do that? 20 years of data is going to look like that. So that's a 20-year average movement. Okay, Ford Company's been around for over 100 years. They've seen a lot of crap. All right, so hypothetically speaking, here's where we are right here. So what does it normally do this time of year? Pulls down and then goes back up again. Well, let's go back to 10 years because I think 20 years is too much. I think it was a different world 20 years ago. 10 years is more accurate in my humble opinion. 5 years is not enough data. 20 years is too much. I like 10, nice number. Okay, so hypothetically, for the next couple of weeks, what are we looking at? All right, here we are right here, the crosshairs. Okay, this is the date today. All right, we're going to go sideways a little bit, dip down at the beginning of July, and then go up to mid-July. Okay, I like that idea. And the numbers work for me. So I like Ford. All right, that's Ford. Let's jump on something else. All right, so Ford YA. What the heck is YA? Amora. I'm going to call you Amora because I like that name. All right, YA. I never heard of YA, so let's see what YA is. Direxial. Yeah, that's a big fat no. ETF. That's a no. PLTR. Now, I like 5 or 10 people asked me last night about PLTR. PLTR. 2582. Plantier Technologies. All right, now you guys are going to cover your eyes for this one because you're not going to like it. All right. PLTR. I'm going over to Yahoo Finance and find out how often has PLTR increased their dividends to their shareholders. All right, because I like to have companies that consistently increase their dividends. PLTR, I'm not very familiar with it whatsoever, and that's the reason why I'm not familiar with it. No dividends for this time period selected. So PLTR, that's a no. No dividends, no thank you. Don't waste my time. Now, we did check the other day. Okay, now there are 9,547 companies that you can choose from any day at all. Any day, 9,547. Why do I know that number? Because the other day we checked. I check it every week. Every week, it just keeps going higher and higher. Okay, all these companies, you can invest in any single one of them. So why do I only look at 300? Well, because only 300 fit my criteria. What's my criteria? 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options. Those two. Okay, I like to keep it below 250. So let's throw another one. Below $250 a share, weekly options, and 20 years of increased dividends. All right, so 3 criteria. All right. Amora, hello, good morning. I don't know how to say a good morning in that language because I'm very limited. All right, so let's answer a couple questions. I paused all the questions, so let's see what we got. What to buy for 30 to 35 years? A global trainer, you're at the wrong place. Okay. Favorite mailman. Hey, you're back again, buddy. Nice to see you. PLTR. Who just asked for that? All right, we just looked at PLTR. Nope. Logan, opinions on IVR. Really? IVR. Okay, Logan. Now, if IVR doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends or weekly options, I'm going to pick on you. I am. Because my opinion is, what were you thinking? What did someone tell you, whoever convinced you to buy IVR? IVR. Okay. $9.26. Invesco Mortgage Cap REIT. Okay. IVR into Yahoo Finance to find out exactly what they do. Oh, look at that. They pay a 40-cent dividend. So let's go all the way back to the maximum amount of dividends they pay. Oh, that's going to be a big fat no. Seriously. Okay, Logan, honestly, seriously, what the hell were you thinking? Did you do any research on this? Look at this. 2009, $10.50 a dividend. $10.50 a share for the dividends. And then it dropped it down to 780, 740, then back up to 10, then the 970, then the 10, the 970 to $8, then the 650, then 650 for a couple of years. Then they dropped it again to $5, then to 450, then to 4, then to 410, 420. Look at this, went from $5 to 20 cents. What the hell were you thinking? Seriously, Logan. No, it's your money. You can do whatever you want with it. Okay? But when you ask me to take a look at it and want my opinion is what the hell were you thinking? It went from $10 a share. Now we're down to 20 cents a share, then to 50 cents, then to 90 cents, then 90 cents to 40 cents. Are you kidding me? It went from $10 a share in dividends, okay, down to 40 cents a share. And you think that's a good place to park your money? More power to you, brother. You got more cojones than I do. All right, so that is a no. Okay? IVR is a no. BAC, Bank of America. BAC. It is on my list. They've been in business for over 100 years also. UPS has dividends. Yes, it is. UPS is on my list. UPS, we'll take a gander at that. Probably not tonight because we got way too many to look at. Stephen, don't pay. I have no idea. FedEx. FedEx is on my list. FDX. FDX, good one. All right. Mr. Hankey, after you sell options for 2 weeks plus collect your dividend, do you try to get out of the stock? Well, Mr. Hankey, I'd like to get out of the stock the very first week. Let me quickly show you something. All right. Let's go to Warren Buffett's stock list. All right. Warren Buffett's stock list. You ready, Mr. Hankey? This is my idea. American Express. There we go. All right. The 5th of April, American Express. I know you've all heard of American Express. So when I tell you I only invest in good quality stocks, look at that. American Express, Mondelez, Coca-Cola, General Motors, Bank of America, T-Mobile, Heinz Ketchup, or Kraft Heinz, Hewlett Packard, Occidental Petroleum, and Paramount. Come on. You've heard of almost all of those. All right. So take a look. Here's a dividend date right here on the 5th. Okay. So if I want to collect the dividend, I have to buy it before the 5th. So I can buy it the 28th, the 19th, the 13th, the 29th, the 30th, the 5th, the 6th. As long as I buy it before the EX date. There's 4 dates to remember. 1 is the announcement date. That's when the company announces they're going to pay the dividend and how much it's going to be. 2, the EX date. Last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. That's the most important date. Date number 3, the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. 4, self-explanatory. It's the payment date when you actually get your money. Here in the Philippines, time is now 9:41 in the morning. Awesome, 9:41 in the morning. Here it is 9:45 in the evening. I'm on it every night, 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. So 2.5 hours. So you guys have any questions, I'll be here for a while. So, Mr. Hankey, what I like to do, if the dividend is here on the 5th for American Express, the dividend is 70 cents. Okay, great. I want to buy it 2 weeks before this date on a Monday. 1 week, 2 weeks, Monday would be the 17th, which would have been yesterday. Now, if I look at American Express, AXP, okay, check it out, 229. What is the dividend? What is the premium worth? Let's move this over a little bit. Okay, I can buy it at 229.60 to 230s are going for 123. That's a 0.5% for this week. But for next week, it's 287, which is more than 1%. So if I buy it first thing in the morning, I sell someone the rights to buy it from me between now or tomorrow morning and next Friday, I will get $2.87 a share. Now, here's the thing. $2.87 a share is a lot more than that 70-cent dividend, correct? So I want to buy it here. I want to collect that 238, whatever it was, and I want to be out on this date if it hits the target. What's the target again? 230. Okay, if the stock is above 230 come Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, because this Friday it's only worth $1.23, which is 0.5%. Well, it's a little over 0.5%, but that 0.5% is over 25% per year. So yeah, maybe I will do it for this week. And if by Friday it's over 30%, somebody will buy that from me and I'll be back into cash come Monday. Now, let's try it. Look at it one more time. So if I buy it here, the 17th, I sell somebody the right to buy it from me between Monday and Friday. If it is above the strike price, $230, okay, that's the strike price we were talking about. If it is above $230 come Friday, I will be out of the stock and back into cash the following Monday. Will I do American Express again? Well, it all depends on the numbers and the chart. If the numbers in the chart both say, yeah, do it again, great, I'll do it again. But most likely, it's a no, and I'll go to the next stock on the next week. So here you go. I would buy it 2 weeks before the EX date, okay, the 17th. Sell somebody the rights to buy it from me for the exact same amount of money I paid for it, okay? And then I'll click what was it again? 287. 287 a share. What is exactly 287 a share? Hold on. Let's open this real quick. 287 divided by 229.60 comes to a grand total of 1.25%. That's 1.25% just for the 1 week. All right, so back to here we are right here. So if I buy it here, sell somebody the right to buy it from me for the exact same price I paid for it, collect that premium. If it's above 230 come Friday, I'll be back into cash. All right, so let's say it's at 129.99. That's less than 230. Okay, so I keep all that money, and then again, I do it again on this week, and I collect another premium. Premium, if I hit my target, great. If I don't hit my target, premium. If I hit my target, great. If I don't hit my target, premium, dividend. Premium, 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 dividend. You can triple or quadruple your returns just by implementing it. Number one, it's American Express. We all know who they are. Remember rule number one? Never buy something you don't understand. Okay? I understand American Express. I know who they are. It's a household brand name. As a matter of fact, American Express is known almost the whole world over. The civilized world, anyway. So, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. I like American Express. It's on my personal list. It's actually on Warren Buffett's list too. If it's good enough for Warren, it's good enough for me. Okay, so they got a dividend coming up. Great. The premium over 1%. Great. What's the chart telling us? Oh, look at this. Let's take a good look at that chart. Because the first thing I want to see when I look at a chart, come on, you all know it. Where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? See, it was there. Now it's here. Pretty plain and simple. It's going up. But look at the high and look where it is now. I want to take a closer look at this because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I want to take a look. The numbers work. I'm intrigued at the chart. A year ago, she's at 168, bottomed out in late October, topped out in late of May. Okay, great. The last 90 days. Okay, last 90 days. First thing, high, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Simple, 4 seconds. Now I want to take a look at the 30 days because I want to have an idea of where this thing is going in the next week or two because it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks into the dividend. Now, I don't want to carry it into the dividend. Why don't I want to carry it into the dividend? Well, because if I carry it into the dividend, and if you've been doing this long enough, you all know that the stock goes down after they pay the dividend. Stocks go up before they pay the dividend. That's why I want to do it 2 weeks before. Stocks have a tendency to go up before the dividend. How do I know? Well, here you go. Historical prices. It's going to give it a minute for it to load. Doesn't have to load all of them. It's going to take a while for that to load. All right, I'm going to take a couple more questions while we're waiting for that date. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now this chart, this screen here is live on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and you actually see these small numbers. See these small numbers? I don't know if you can read them. Ooh, is that right? Why is that? Why did that do that? Anyway, okay, those small numbers, I don't know if you can read them on your phone or your iPad or whatever you're watching it on. So that's why this is live on YouTube. You can actually sit in your big comfy couch in your dining room or your living room, wherever your big screen TV is, sit back, a nice 70, 80-inch screen TV, and you can see these numbers better, okay? First column is the date, okay? June 18th, June 17th, June 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, all the way. Every single entry is here. This is what's called the data stream. All the information you could possibly want to look at. The first column, date. Second column is the opening price of the day. Third column, the high of the day. Fourth column, the low of the day, the close, the adjusted, then the volume. The numbers are all there. Okay, so let's go find a dividend. All right, here's the dividend right here. Okay, the 5th of April. See it? 5th of April, 10 days. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 9.53. The dividend's 40 cents. We're looking at 9.93. Okay, 57, 56, 70, 72, 63. It went up. Oh, but it didn't go up 40 cents, but it did go up 1%. What is 1% of $9? Well, that's 9 cents. What's 2% of $9? That's 18 cents. If it opened up at 9.53 and the high is 9.76, well, that's more than 1%. That's all I'm looking for. Stocks have a tendency to go up before the dividend. Right here. All right, so again, Mr. Hankey, I want to take a look at a good stock, American Express. The dividend is 70 cents. 2 weeks before the EX date, 2 weeks before the dividend, okay, jump in here, sell somebody the exact same price I paid for it. If I'm paying 200 and what was it again? 229.60. Okay, bid, ask. The ask price is what I'm going to pay for it first thing in the morning. 229.60. I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at 230, which is more than I paid for it. I'm collecting 287 per share, which is more than 1%. It's 1.25%, actually 1.25%, because we only had 2 days left of this week, Thursday and Friday. Okay, so 1.25%. Okay, I can collect 1.25% to give somebody the rights to buy it from me for basically the same price I paid for it. So if she is above 230 come Friday, say, thank you very much. I'll see you again in 90 days. Why 90 days? Because American Express pays a dividend every 90 days. So every 90 days, I'm looking at American Express. Every 90 days, I'm looking at American Express. 4 times a year, I will look at American Express. If the numbers all look good, great. But what is the chart telling me? Well, what is the chart actually telling me? Okay, so we're at the last 30 days, the 18th. Okay, 30 days ago today, we opened up at 242. Okay, 242.85. Comes down, up, down, up, down, up. Look at what the 30-day high is right here. 244. Where's the 30-day low? 220. Okay, high of the 30-day period, low of the 30-day period. Which way is it going? You can get a third grader to tell you this one. Okay, here's your high, here's your low, and bouncing up. It's American Express. Who hasn't heard of American Express? And American Express for next Friday is giving you 1.25%. Now, this is not a suggestion. This is not a no, this is not a suggestion. This is nothing. This is basically me showing you the numbers. That's it. I'm reading the numbers and telling you what I see. That's it. It's not a recommendation. You are responsible for your own investing. Okay. You need to ask yourself a very, very, very important question. Do I like American Express? Do I want to own American Express at the current price, to $230? That is the question you need to ask yourself. Does it make sense? It's American Express. You've seen the numbers. You've seen where it's going. Okay? You've seen what you're paying. If I buy it for $229.60, I sell it to someone at $230, get $287 right off the top. Week number 1, I get $287. If it doesn't make my target, great, I'll do it again. Then I will collect the dividend, premium dividend. Okay, if it doesn't make it after that, I have no problem whatsoever holding on to American Express and doing a covered call every single week until it hits my target. Because yeah, most of the time people buy the stock and just collect the dividend every 90 days. And then, hey, fine, dandy. There's nothing wrong with that. Perfectly acceptable. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. So that's all I do, is I look at good quality stocks every single week. Now, someone mentioned something about day trading. I don't day trade. Okay, I do all my trades on a Monday. I will look at it on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday just to know, because it's my money. I want to see what it's doing. Okay, so if I buy American Express on a Monday, Okay, fine. I made my 1%. Awesome. I'm going to take a look at it on Tuesday because I'm kind of curious. How long does it take me to take a look? Well, I'll give you an example. Oh, AEO. Trade 25. Okay, my average cost is $25.97 and it's at 20 bucks. Okay, that's how long it takes. Bitto, same thing. All right, it's at 130, blah, blah, blah. Kohl's, where's it at? What's it doing? It's at 21.38. I'm into it at 25.40. Okay. Lowe's, same thing. I'm into it at 234. It's at 227. Wonderful. Macy's, same thing. Where is it? Okay, I'm at 1858. I sold the 1850s. Fine, not a problem. It's really not that difficult. Please do not try to make it more confusing than it already is. Not financial advice. You are 100% correct. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a banker. I'm basically a nobody. If you look in a crowd, you probably wouldn't even see me. Seriously. Okay? Your video is mirrored, by the way. Oh, Mike, thanks. I didn't know that. We going to the moon. Okay, not quite sure about that. Moderator, Wade. Thank you for that, Wade. Do you have any classes? Yes, I do. Will you sign a fiduciary statement regarding the contents of this video? Apparently, you didn't understand what I just said. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a nobody. I am just showing you numbers and giving you my personal opinion. This is strictly for entertainment. Grab your popcorn, grab a beer, whatever you like to get. I'm drinking me a dad's root beer. I do treat myself once in a while. Most of the time, I don't. Opinions on getting puts a day or two before the dividend. No, I don't do puts at all. And I think I already said that. I don't do puts at all. This strategy, it had to be. Now, see if I'm going to repeat this and I'm going to do it slowly because apparently some of you are not quite getting it. It was created for a 9-year-old. Now, I grew up in the 60s and 70s where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay? Simple. Number one, it has to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. Never buy something you don't want to own. Never sell at a loss. Make sure it has 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options, and then make sure the numbers work. It's really that simple. Okay, you guys are all over the age of 18. Doc, how you doing? So, my suggestion, okay, this is just a suggestion. Okay, my suggestion is do your own research. Do you like American Express at that price? Okay, do you understand it? Does it make sense? If I'm buying it at $229.60, selling somebody the right, not the obligation, okay, because they can do it if they want. They don't have to if they don't want to. I don't like puts. Puts obligates, means you have to do something. And I'm from a generation that hates it when people tell me what I have to do. Boy, do I hate it. All right, yeah. If you tell me to go right, nah, damn it, I'm going left or I'm going straight. I do not like it when people tell me what I have to do. Okay? I was never a corporate person, never very good at following rules. Nope. I ran my own business. I marched to a beat of my own drum, and I am an acquired taste. You don't like it, you really don't need to be here. I'm just showing you facts and numbers. The fact is, this is what the ask price is. This is what the covered call is going for. That number, it's math. You can't figure out math, you really shouldn't be here. 287 is more than 1% of 230. It's all math. Now, also, the 30-day high, it's right here. You can go to any charting service you want. These numbers are going to be exact no matter where you are. If you're in Canada, you're in Mexico, you're in Taiwan, you're in California, you're in Ohio, these numbers do not change anywhere. They're all the exact same. This is the high of the 30-day period. This is the low of the 30-day period. Oh, look, that's a higher day. That's a higher day. That's a higher day. It's 3 days to the upside. You can get a third grader or even a second grader say, oh, yeah, look, it's green. It's going up. It's not that difficult. Please do not try to make it more difficult than it needs to be. Okay? Either it works, either you understand it, or you don't. Let's take a look at another one. All right, so I'm ignoring the questions so that I can progress forward quicker. AVGO, I have no idea who mentioned this one. AVGO, that's a big fat no. Okay, I don't do stocks over 300 bucks. Okay, SVOL, SVOL. No, I don't do monthlies. I have no idea who even suggested that one. Okay, why don't I like monthlies? Well, here's why I don't like monthlies. Are you ready? 22.74, 22.77. The 22s are going for 50 cents. Okay, 22 is going for 50 cents. If I'm buying it for 22.77, I'm losing 77 cents just to sell someone the right to buy it from me for 22. Doesn't make sense. The numbers usually never work on monthlies. And if they did, check a look. If I don't hit my target in 3 days, I got to wait another 30 days, which is another 3 weeks. 4 weeks. And the 22, it does not even have a number on it yet. I don't like monthlies. The numbers, I've never seen a monthly where the numbers actually worked. I like 1% a week. 1% a week is over 50% per year. Monthlies, number one, numbers don't work. Number two, I got to look at here and figure out where the heck is it going to be in 5 weeks. That's hard enough trying to figure out where it's going to be in 5 to 10 days. Now you want me to figure out where it's going to be in 5 weeks? Yeah, no. I don't like monthlies. SVOL, that's a no. All right, next on the list. Oh boy, VOO. It's going to be a no. That's a no. 2 reasons, 3 reasons, 4 reasons, 5 reasons. Oh, let's see if I can come up with 5 reasons why VOO is a no. Okay. Reason number 1, it's an ETF. You're basically saying, I'm irresponsible with my money. Here, let a computer do it for me. Electronically traded fund. You're giving your money to a computer to take care of it for you. Yeah, no. Number 2, it's $500. I don't do stocks over 250. Why? It's a long ass way to fall. From 500 bucks down to 0, that's a long way to fall. Okay? Reason number 3, it's at the high of the year. That's number 3. Reason number 4, it's, oh, look at this. It's a weekly. Well, I was wrong on that one. So let's see if we can find a 4th reason. You ready? Let's put VOO into Yahoo Finance and see what Yahoo Finance has to say. Okay, summary for VOO. It's a Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Okay, so here we go. Reason number 4. Ready? Reason number 4, I don't like VOO. 1.32% yield. I'm actually here spending time on my evening showing you how to get 1% safe, predictable, consistent per week. Add it up. That's over 50% per year. But no, you would prefer to put your money in to a machine that pays you 1.32% for the year. Explain to me in a manner in which I would understand that. Reason number 5. Here we go. Reason number 5, historical data. Dividends only. Okay, now let's go to maximum dividends. See what the dividends look like. Okay, VOO. It's been paying dividends since 2010. That's only 14 years of dividends. Okay, well, I like increasing dividends. Let's take a look at the numbers. 2010, 56, 53, 54. Wait a minute, that's going backwards. 57, 58, 69, 57, backwards again. 64, 69, 94, 67, backwards again. 74, 79, 91, 80, 78, backwards again. 98, 90, backwards again. 95, $1.09. 101, 95, 88, backwards again. 130. Okay, in 2016, $1.30 a share. 2017, $1, backwards again. Okay, so 108, 116, 130, 133, 143, 157, 150, 180. Look at this. 2023, 180. 2024, 154. Backwards again. That's 5 decent reasons why I don't like VOO. Well, here we go. Number 6. You ready? Reason number 6. Let's take a look at the holdings. Well, what are they holding? Well, look at this. Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Berkshire Hathaway, Eli Lilly, JP Morgan, and a few others. Okay, so why not, hypothetically, why not invest these yourself? Okay, don't give your money to a machine to do it for you. Let's take a look at a couple. Okay, we'll take a look at Microsoft and we'll take a look at Apple. Why? Well, because VOO has it right there. Microsoft, Apple. The biggest position VOO has is in Microsoft. Second biggest position, Apple. Okay, so let's take a look. Microsoft, MSFT. Okay, it's at 446. Normally wouldn't do that, but just for the fun of it, just for this example, let's go ahead. Okay, 446. What I can buy it for? Okay, the 445s are going for 345. What is that? Let's do a quick little math issue on that one. Clear. 345 is what the option's going for. I'm buying it 446.70. That's a grand total of 0.77%. Not even 1%. Okay, a little over 0.75%. Okay, so you're not getting 1% from Microsoft, but you're getting 0.77%. Okay, what does that mean? All right, well, let's multiply it. How many weeks in the year? It's 52. So 0.77%, not even 1%. 0.77 comes to 40% per year. Now, you're giving your money to a machine to invest it for you, but if you do just Microsoft alone, you can get up to 40% just by doing the numbers. Okay, Apple. It also has Apple, right? AAPL. 214. The 215s are going for $1.70. Okay, it's only for 2 days. Next week, the 215 is going for $3.20. That's crazy. Okay, but let's just do it this week. Be on the safe side. Okay, so $1.70, $1.70. Purchase price is $2.14. Okay, it comes to a grand total of 0.79. That's even better than Microsoft. The numbers don't lie. Okay, you want to do VOO, fine. Get your 1.38%. Whoopie deal. Okay, Microsoft and Apple both give you a heck of a lot more than that. 0.79 multiplied by 52 weeks in the year. Oh, that's 41.3%. I don't know about you, but 41.3% is a hell of a lot better than 1.38. Seriously, I don't know what the hell you guys are thinking sometimes. I'm going to do a video like, WTF? What are you thinking? All right. Where do you find the list of 300 good dividends companies? Hey, Milo, you ready? Can I do this on an iPad? Sure you can. Throwing darts blindfolded. Not necessarily. You ready, Milo? Dividend Kings. 54 companies that have increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. That's 50 years. Dividend Champions, I believe there's 64 that have increased their dividends for more than 25 years. They have a couple of rules, unlike the Dividend Champions. Dividend Champions, 25 years of increased dividends. There's over 150 that have increased their dividends consecutively every single year. That's not once in a while. That means higher and higher and higher and higher dividends. Every single year, higher and higher dividends. Those are the only stocks I like. Why? Worst case scenario, when, it's not an if, not an if. Look at Apple. Up, down, 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 up, down. That's all they freaking do. They do not come to your house, do not wash your dishes. They do not make your bed, do not leave little candies on your pillows before you tuck you in at night. They go up, they go down. That's all they do. When's the best time to buy a stock? When it's down. Okay? It goes up, it comes down. Up, down, up, down. You buy it when it comes down. How do you figure that out? Well, last thing I want to do is I want to look at the last 30 days. Well, let's look at Apple. Apple's a big fat no. Why is it a big fat no? Well, here's the reason. Your 30-day bottom is here. Your 30-day top is here. Did it come back down? No. It's going to come back down. So if you like puts, now's a great time to buy a put. Why? Well, because there's your 30-day bottom. Here's your 30-day top. What happens at a 30-day top? Profit taking. If you don't take a profit, the market maker is going to take it away from you. We're not seeing it here, but I will show you as the night progresses, where if you don't take a profit, the market maker will take it away from you. All right, so That's Apple and that's Microsoft, both part of VOO. I don't like VOO, and I gave you 6 reasons why I don't like VOO. All right, next on the list, Disney. Disney. 101.54. Yeah, I'm not going to look at the 20. I'm not looking at this week anymore because there's only 2 days left. Okay, we're going to look at next week's. The numbers are better. All right, 101.54. The closest one is going to be the 101, 101.76. Okay, that's over 1%. Okay, and I know who Disney is. Okay, so first question, do I like the company? Well, of course I like Disney. They may have some questionable things they've been doing lately, but still, they've been around for quite a while. Okay, eventually they'll get their shit together and they'll be back to the normalcy. Who said that? Normalcy. Was that FDR? I forget who that was. Got to bring the country back to normalcy. Anyway, first thing I want to see, the numbers. The numbers work. Great. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction it's going? Easy breezy. Now I want to look a little deeper because it's got my attention. Great. A year ago, we're at 90.27, bottomed out. We actually have what looks like a double or a triple bottom at 78.83. Check it out. Okay, almost looks like a triple bottom right there. Okay, so that's the bottom, 78.83. And that was October and November of last year. Got a triple top at 123.64, and that was the end of March. Okay, great. What's it been doing lately? Now, remember what I told you about the bottom? Check it out. Here's your bottom, here's your top right here, triple top. Here's your bottom 3 days ago. Okay? 3 days ago. That was on Friday. There's your bottom. Monday was up, today was up. Okay, if you want to buy Disney at the bottom, you can't get any more of the bottom than 3 days ago. All right, let's jump in and take a look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. Here we go. 30 days ago, we opened up at 103.63. Okay, she drops, jumps up, drops again, and here we go. Taking a look, just take a look at the chart. It's really not that difficult. Look, here's the 30-day high, here's the 30-day bottom. 30 days ago, we're at 103. She drops down to 100, shoots back up to 104, drops down to 99, and then we got 2 days to the upside. Well, what do you think? Down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going to the upside. Where's the challenge? Here's the challenge right here. 104. We're at 101. The previous 30-day high is right here. Okay, a lot of space to the upside. The numbers for Disney looks good. The chart looks good. Well, one more thing. What does it normally do this time of year? For that, we look at seasonality. 10 years worth of data. What does Disney normally do? The blue line represents the movement for this year. The red line is 10 years worth of data. Great. Let's find out what's going to look like for the next couple of weeks. Here we are, next couple of weeks. Okay, let's get this over right there. Okay, so for the next week, we're going to go sideways and then to the upside. That's historical performance. Is that guaranteed? No, that's not guaranteed. That's driving forward, looking in the rearview mirror. Why is your windshield bigger than your rearview mirror? Well, because your windshield is basically what we're doing right now. Okay? Seasonality and historical performance. That's in the rearview mirror. Okay? This is what it's done usually. Okay? All right. So, Milo, hope that list worked out for you. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. That's over 300 companies right there. Okay? Cross-reference them with the CBOE, the Chicago Board of Options Exchange. That will tell you which ones of those actually have weekly options. Okay? My criteria is just 3. Simple. Stephanie, how are you doing, Stephanie? Glad that you're here. 3 things. It used to be 2, but now it's under 3. Under $250, weekly options, and 20 years of increased dividends. I only look at 300 companies over and over and over again. I would show you my old videos, but they're working on my new website. Now, my website I've had for over 15 years. Okay, now we're finally having a facelift. All right, so that being said, Disney looks good. I like Disney. All right, Pan W, P-A-N-W. What the heck is that? P-A-N-W. Palo Alto Networks, 317. Okay. P-A-N-W into the Yahoo Finance. I love Yahoo Finance. It gives me so much information. Historical data. Okay. So I want to see what the numbers look like. Okay. Historical prices. Dividends only. Oh, no dividends. Why would I want to look at a company that has no dividends? Okay, here's the problem I'm having. Okay. Stocks go up, stocks go down. What are you getting when the stocks go down? If they don't pay a dividend, you're getting nothing. That's why I insist a company having dividends and consistently increasing them. Okay, so next on the list is TGTX. What the heck is that? TGTX. Okay, interesting. Okay, look, put that one here. TGTX. TG Therapeutics, no dividends, that's a no. PCAR, really? PCAR? Never heard of PCAR. PCAR, PCAR Incorporated. Monthly, nope. Microsoft, we just looked at Microsoft. Emerson Electric, ooh, EMR. Emerson Electric, if you didn't know, is a dividend king, which means they have more than 50 years of increased dividends to their shareholders, and they've been in business for over 100 years. If a company's been in business for over 100 years, think about it. Over 100 years. They've seen World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, stock market crash, the, what do you call it? The Dust Bowl and the Great Depression. Okay? They've seen all those wars. They've seen the oil embargo of the 70s. They've seen the, what do you call it? Y2K crap. They've seen the dot-com bust. They've seen the financial collapse. Yet they still consistently increase their dividends for more than 5 decades. The world even stopped and the companies were still increasing their dividends. What does that tell you? That's telling you that they're doing something right. This guy is basically Jim Cramer, but not. Yeah, I don't really like Jim. Sorry. Mine actually makes sense. Okay, I've seen Jim Cramer, suggest crap. Okay, in my humble opinion. Okay, Jim Cramer does what he does great. He sells out and he does all these things to get a lot of money. I don't do that. Okay, Brian, I'm going to ignore the fact RGAGX. I'm going to ignore that. Main, J, I'm going to ignore that also. Hey, IBM and UPS. IBM's on my list, and so is UPS. All right, Bradley, you really want me to take a look at MCHP? I can basically tell you it's going to be a no. MCHP. Microchip Technologies. Yep, it's a no. Sorry, simple. All right, Joe, IBM and UPS. UPS is already on the list. IBM is not on the list, so we'll put that down there. IBM. All right, next one on this list, CBSH. All right, Maine, J, Maine is a no. Baxter's Healthcare. Do you have an email to reach out to you by chance? You know what your best bet to get a hold of me? Because I check this every day. Up here in my bio, okay, you can click on there. You can send me an email. You can send me a text right there. If you want to send me your phone number, I will give you a call. Kyle, we already looked at PLTR earlier. It has no dividends. It's a no. Verizon, Apple user. VZ. Verizon is on the list. Focus Kid 17. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. CBSH. CBSH. All right, that's a big fat no. Macy's. Michael, Macy's is already on the list. We are going to be taking a look at Macy's. Is it on the list? It should be. Macy's is my favorite stock this year. Sorry, I joined late. That's okay. Did you cover MO? Not yet. OXLC, Super Newman? Yeah, that's going to be a no. Holo, best stock out there. Really? Oh, Angel wants to be picked on. Let's pick on Angel for a little bit. Someone had a bold statement like that. Of course, I'm going to pick on your ass. HOLO. Holo. Okay, microcloud hologram. Yeah, 95 cents. Where the hell are you going to get 20 years of increased dividends on a 95-cent stock? Seriously. And it has no options. All right. I think that's done picking on him. You can believe you come up with that one. Superhuman, OXLC. Really? OXLC. Yeah, no. Okay, so let me see if I can get this out to you so you guys understand. You know what? I'm going to come up with a screen that says 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options, under 250 bucks, over $10 or over $5. I think the cheapest stock I've ever bought was $4.50, something like that. And I actually still own it. Okay, I haven't owned it for what, 2 months maybe. Longest I've ever held anything, 9 months. Okay, so DOV is next on the list. DOV. Interesting. DOV is a no. CHRD. CHRD. Now, you guys are probably wondering where I'm getting these stocks I'm saying no, 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 no to. Well, here's the list. And then this list comes from you guys in the audience. All right, so this is this week's. This is last week's. This is the week before. This is the week before. I have all these pages. Now, I've been doing this since the beginning of January. So I've committed to a whole year. Okay, we're about half the year. We're almost halfway done with the year. I'm going to be here every single night. And you guys are going to keep giving me crap like this. When I say crap, well, the reason why I say crap is because out of every single stock you guys have mentioned to me, only 2 actually made it to my personal list. I think it was Whirlpool and I forget what the other one is. But here's the long and short of the story, okay? I've been doing this for 20 years. If you think there's a stock out there anywhere that has paid 20 years or more of increased dividends consecutively every single year and has weekly options, and you think I missed it after I've been doing this for 20 years, fine. I'm more than humbled to say, hey, you were right, I was wrong. It's only happened twice in the past over 100 days. So yeah, I have lists that look like this for, quite a bit of them. Only 2 has actually made my personal list. Whirlpool was 1. Holo, yeah. Best stock out there? I think not, Angel. But you put your money where you want. Why do I want dividends so bad? Angel. Okay, you ready for this? Stocks go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. When a stock goes down, what are you bringing in? Absolutely nothing. That's why I want dividends. And why do I want dividends consistently increase every single year? Because when the stock goes down, I want to be reassured that I'm getting higher and higher payments. Because unlike you, I am retired. I'm just making an assumption. Okay, because if you don't like dividend stocks and you picked a 95-cent stock to do this strategy with, you're looking for capital appreciation. You're looking to buy something for 95 cents and have it going to $95, 95,000, whatever. Yeah, you're in the wrong place, dude. Seriously, you are. This is slow. This is boring. This is methodical. This is snail pace. 1% per week using quality companies that have consistently increased their dividends. Because when the stock goes down, it's not an if. It's never an if. I've never, ever, ever seen a stock go straight up. They go up, they come down. They go up, they go down. That's all they do. Okay? So why do I like dividends? Because I'm retired. You're going to get here someday, and you're going to think to yourself, well, do I want to put $10,000 into this company, wait 20, 30 years for it to go up and then collect? No. I'm 60. Who knows if I get 10, 20, 30 years left? I don't have 20 or 30 years waiting for a company to go from 0 to whatever. Sorry. Doc, MPW? I think MPW is on the list, Doc. It's not on the list. Well, I will put it on the list. MPW. Now, more than likely, Doc, I'm not going to get to it today because we're at 10:30. Got 1 hour left to go, and I haven't even finished with the first list. All right. That being said, let's move on. Kelly, how you doing there, Kelly? Kelly just signed in over there on Facebook. And Stephanie is watching. Well, Stephanie, how are you doing? Okay, DTE. I've never heard DTE. All right, DTE. All right, next on the list, NEM. NEM. NEM is on my list. Newmont. I like Newmont. All right, Amazon cons. All right. Request stocks with increased dividends and weekly options. Thanks, Wade. AXP. We already looked at that one, Picaris. We allocate older clients' portfolios to low beta and treasury bonds. Well, alrighty then. I don't like treasuries and bonds. What is the treasury giving now? 5% per year? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, ask yourself a question, Angel. The examples I gave you, American Express, Microsoft, Apple, and I showed you the math. They're all doing over 30% per year. Why would I want to put my money into a treasury bond giving 5% per year? Albert, QCOM. I like that one. QCOM. What was next? CVX. Chevron. I like Chevron. CVX. And that was the third one. ECL. Wallace, you really want to throw that one at me? I can tell you it's going to be a no right now. Never heard of it. Now, I've been doing this for 20 years. If you think there's a company that snuck by me that I didn't see that has 20 years of increased dividends and a weekly option and is under 250 bucks, I'll send you $100 if that's the case. If not, what do I get? Question. You want to waste my time looking at stuff that obviously doesn't fit the criteria? ECI. ECI. No option. It's a no. Imagine that. Next on the list, NEM. Let's look at that NEM. NEM. Newmont. I like Newmont. Newmont has been around for a while. Newmont. First thing I want to look at, what can I buy it for? $41.77. The closest strike price is going to be $42. The 42 is going for 71. Where I went to school, 71 is more than 1% of 42. Great. What exactly is it? Let's find out exactly. The 42 is going for 71 cents. Okay, and if I'm buying it for 41.77, comes to a grand total of 1.7% for the week. I don't know about you, but 1.7% for the week is more than 1%. You do that every week for a whole year, yeah, you're golden. That's over. I don't know, what is it? Multiply that by 52. That's 88% for the year, if you can do it every week. Now, do I do it every week? No, I don't. I average over 1% every week. But last week I got 0.7. Week before I got 0.8. The week before that was like 4%. There was 1 week I got like 8 or 9%, which is crazy. Okay? This year is very interesting. Okay, so Newmont. Let's take a look. First thing I want to see on the chart is, where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? What direction it's going? It takes less than a couple seconds to figure that all out. Great. Makes me want to see a little bit deeper. A year ago, 43. The high was 45.78, and that was back in mid-July. Bottomed out at the end of February. Now look from the end of February, from the bottom. Take a look. End of February, 29 bucks. Shoots all the way up to 44.50, and that was in the middle of May. From there, she drops down. So let's take a closer look at the 30-day. Why the 30-day? Well, because I want to figure out where it's going to be in the next week or two. 17, right there. All right. It's really not that difficult to see. Check it out. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Great. Take a closer look. Look. 30-day high, 44.51. Okay. She drops down right here on the 3rd. That's the bottom. Shoots up, pulls back, up, pulls back, up. Okay. Is it going to continue up? Well, it looks like it should. We don't know, but that's what it looks like. What does it normally do this time of year? The seasonality chart shows us. Okay, for those of you guys who don't know, blue line represents this year, red line represents 10 years worth of data. Look at where she is right now. Okay, so what is it going to do for the next couple of weeks? That's my only concern the next couple of weeks. Here to there. Okay, so we're here, okay, on the 18th. And here is the 10th of July. So that's 3 weeks away. Or is that 4 weeks away? I think that's 4 weeks away. Okay? Goes to the upside in the next 4 weeks. So Newmont, the question you need to ask yourself is, do I like the company? The numbers work, the charts work, but do I like the company? Do I mind holding it? Remember, rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Rule 3, 20 years or more of increased dividends. Rule 4, weekly options. And then rule 5, make sure the numbers work. Okay, the numbers, what can I buy it for? What can I sell it for? What am I making? What direction is the stock currently going? You make money when you buy low and you sell high. Well, the high was 30 days ago. Okay, we're close to the low. I don't like buying at the bottom. I like to see where the bottom is. I like for it to turn and go back up. Well, here's the bottom. Up, pulled back again. Up, pulled back again. 3 days to the upside. The last 3 days. That's what I like. Tap the screen. All right. This guy. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Whoops. Tap the screen. Here we go. Moderator, blah, blah, blah. ECL is on a dividend champions list. Okay. Do you like NOK? ECL. Oh, ECL. I thought it said ACI. All right, let's go back to ECL. ECL. It's a no. Imagine that. 2 reasons why it's a no. You ready for the 2 reasons? Reason number 1, it's at the high of the year. You don't make any money buying at the high of the year. You make your money buying at the low of the year and taking the ride up. Okay? Don't get me wrong. If it's on the list, great. Reason number 2, it's a monthly. That means I can only do it 12 times a year. And if I do it, what am I getting? 251s or the 252s? The 250s are going for 12. Wait, that's the wrong one. I'm definitely getting the wrong one. Okay, so the 250s are going for $1.75. What are you kidding me? This is why I don't like monthlies. Look, 251.94. Okay, 251.94. So I get a choice. 240, nah, too low. 250, I'm losing $1.94. Okay, if I buy it at 251, I sell someone the rights to buy it from me at 250, I'm losing $1.94. So what am I collecting? $1.75. I'm losing 20 cents. And then I got to figure out where the hell it's going to be in 5 weeks. Okay, 31 days. Okay, there's 7 weeks, 7 days in a week. Okay, 4 weeks is 28. Well, you got to wait for another one. So that's 5 weeks. So I got to figure out where it's going to be in 5 weeks. Well, how the hell am I supposed to figure it out? It's at the high of the year. It's never been this high before. No good. Thank you, sir. Yeah. All right, Wallace. All right. All right. So that one's a big fat no. RYLD. Okay. RYLD. Let's try it again. RYLD. No. ETF, and it's a monthly. RYLD is a no. PAYC. PAYC. Paycom Software. That's a no. IEP. Icon Enterprises. $16. Interesting. All right. Okay, Mark, what is WWBA? USK. All right, I'm not going to take any more questions because I got way too many to go through. Albert, don't we need to have an underlying money or stock to do that? Well, Albert, I was kind of hoping you'd grasp that. Okay, what you have to, for a covered call, you have to buy the stock first. So I buy the stock first. So if I buy 100 shares, I can sell 1 contract. If I buy 1,000 shares, I can sell 10 contracts. Okay, so you buy the stock first. Okay, so if I buy it at $16, here's the price right here. Okay, the last price of the day today was $15.95. The bid, $15.90. The ask, $16. If I buy it at $16, sell somebody else the right to buy it from me. Okay, so if I'm buying it at $16, all right. Here, better yet, let's watch this. Okay, this might be a little easier for you. Let's go over here. All right, now, last, bid, ask, volume, open, high, low. That's the numbers of the stock. This is why I tell you, this screen here is live on YouTube. It makes it easier for you to see these little tiny numbers. Okay, these little tiny numbers, that's why it's live on YouTube. You can watch on your computer. You can watch on your big screen TV. Grab some popcorn, sit on the couch, take some notes. Okay, if I'm buying it at $16, first thing tomorrow morning, I buy the stock. Let's say I buy 1,000 shares. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Hold on. If I buy 1,000 shares, I can sell 10 contracts. All right. I buy it at 16. I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at 16. I collect 20 cents per share. What does that mean? Okay, 20 cents per share divided by the purchase price of $16. And that comes to a grand total of 1.25% for the week. 1.25% for the week. Okay, so let's go a little bit more. I'm going to change this to covered stock because I'm going to do it all at the same time. I like the 16. The 16 is right here. Do you see it? Okay, the strike price, $13.50, $14, $14.50, $15, $15.50, $16. I like the 16. Okay, I like it at 16. So I'm going to buy it at 16. Okay, I click on that right there. And here's the order. See? I am selling 10 contracts at 16. Here's the price. I want to change it to a market order because I like it to be filled instantaneously, okay, when they link the stock and the option together. So I'm buying 1,000 shares of the stock, IEP. I am selling 10 contracts at the market. Okay, here's what it sounds like. You ready? Hit confirm and send. Okay, buy 10 covered IEP 100s. Those are the weeklies. Okay, the weekly option. Buying the stock, selling the weekly option. 28 June 24. That is next Friday. Not this Friday. That is next Friday. The $16 call and the stock at the market to open to open. Why does it say to open to open? Well, because I'm doing two orders. I'm doing a stock order to open. I'm doing an option order to open. So it's open to open. So here's the thing. I own that stock until it sells. The option will expire next Friday. So what am I making? First off, here's my break even. My break even is $15.65. It's at $16 now. So as long as he stays above $15.65, I'm making a profit. Okay? How much am I making? I'm making $350. All right, well, let's grab my calculator. Here's my calculator. $350 is my profit. And what is it costing me to do those 10,000 shares? Well, those 10,000 shares are cost me $15,656. So I divide it by 15,656. And that gives me a grand total of, oh, look at that, 2.23% profit for the week. So ask yourself the question. Here's the big question. Do I like IEP? Well, I don't like it. Just somebody suggested it. Okay? So, but those are the numbers. That's how it works. If I'm going to buy 1,000 shares, that's what it's going to cost me. If I'm going to give somebody the right or sell somebody the rights to buy it from me for the exact same price I paid for it, because I paid $16 a share, see, the ask price, $16 a share. I'm selling the $16 contract. I'm collecting $350. That's like, hey, I'm going to the grocery store. Can I get you something? Yeah, pick me up a gallon of milk. Great. The milk was $3.50. Good. Give me $3.50 and give me $10. A couple of bucks for gas in my time. Same exact thing. Okay, I'm buying the stock, 1,000 shares at $16. It's costing me $15,656. I'm selling someone the right to buy it from me through what is called a covered call. A covered call is one of the safest trading strategies it is. You can do them in an IRA. Certain strategies you cannot do in an IRA, but a covered call you can. Okay, so Remember, back to the origination of this strategy. My 9-year-old daughter. It had to be simple. It had to be safe. It had to be predictable, consistent, and no way she could lose. How can you lose? Well, number one, you got to pick a good company. Okay. Now, I didn't even look at the chart. I was just showing you how the numbers worked. Okay. So let's take a look at the chart for IEP just for the fun of it. Okay. Here's the high, big, huge gap down. Here's the low right here. That's where it was. This is where it is. Yep. Big fat no. Why is it a big fat no? Well, take a look at this. Last 30 days. Here's your 30-day high. They haven't found a bottom yet. This is a good one to keep your eye on. Okay. Because the numbers work, but they haven't found the bottom yet. What does that mean? Well, that means they're looking for the bottom. Okay, because there can only be one top of the year, one high of the year, and there can only be one bottom of the year. So far, today is the bottom. Okay, I'm not interested until it finds the bottom or it isolates the bottom, turns around and starts going back up again. Because that's what stocks do. They go down, they find the bottom, and then they go back up again. Right now, we're looking at the bottom of the year. Bottom of the year, bottom of the 90-day period, bottom of the 30-day period. As soon as we find it, she turns around, goes back up. That's going to be a good time to jump in it. So, you guys, if you like Icon Enterprises, just for the fun of it, IEP, let's put it into Yahoo Finance, IEP, and see if it's actually something that we would like. It's giving a $1 dividend. Okay, it makes me a little uncomfortable, but okay. Okay, so they've been paying dividends since 1988. All right, so they fit that criteria. Now, 49, look at this. 88, 89, 90, 49, 49, 49, 49, 49. They don't increase their dividends. So why would I want it? 49, 49, uh-oh. And 91, they go from 49 to 24. They cut the dividend in half. 24, uh-oh, they cut it even more. From 24, goes from 49 to 24 to 12 to 10. Yeah, that's a big fat no. Sorry. Big fat no. If they're not going to increase their dividends, I want nothing to do with them. Ooh, check it out. Altria, MO, is next on the list. Let's take a look. Altria, in case you didn't know, is a dividend king, which means they've increased their dividends for more than 5 decades consistently. I like that idea. First thing I want to take a look at is what am I buying it for? $44.85. The closest strike price is going to be the 45. The 45 is going for 35 cents. Sorry, doesn't work. Next. Don't get me wrong. I like Altria. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, but it doesn't work this week. So this week it's a no. Next on the list, TNA. TNA. That's going to be a no also. Why? Well, it's an ETF, electronically traded fund. 35.91. All right, 35. So the 36 is going for 105. Nice. Well, let's see how consistent they are with their dividends. What are we looking at? TNA. 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 All righty. Okay. 08, 09. Okay, they skipped 11. They skipped 12, 15, 16. Yeah, they skipped a bunch of years. Inconsistent. And look at the dividend. Starts out at 1, goes to 0, back to 1, 117 to 3 to 59 to 24 to 11 to 1 to 14 to 15 to 1 to 5. Yeah, no, sorry. Big fat no. Hood. Hood. Interesting. Robinhood. Hood. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Only reason because they don't have 20 years of increased dividends. Hood. Oh, no dividends at all. Imagine that. Next on the list, QYLD. I could say no now if you really want me to do it now. Oops. QYLD. QYLD. Now, QYLD has been paying dividends for a long, 10 years. No, 10 years. They pay monthly. Okay, 26, 19, 26, 25, 21, 22, 20, 14, 23. Yeah, no, they're all over the place. Big fat no. Okay, QYLD, QYLD. Monthly, yeah. No, monthlies just don't work. Look, 1783, the 18s are going for 0. Why would I want to do that? I want a covered call. I want to make at least 1% per week. And if it's a monthly, I want to make 4% per month. Okay, so what is the next one? 18? Yeah, no, they're not even registering. No, I don't. All right, anyway. WISE, W-I-S-E. Never heard of that, W-I-S-E. Nope. PayPal, P-A-Y-P-A-L. That's not right. P-Y-P-L, sorry. P-Y-P-L. PayPal. No. Why? PayPal doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. PYPL. Come on. Oh, look at that. No dividends at all. Okay, so you guys can do whatever you want with your money. Seriously, you can. It's your money. You can do what you want. My question is, if you are shown an opportunity, okay, and I'm not asking you for any money out of this. I'm not. This is free information. You're being presented with information. Does it make sense? That should be question number one. Why would you invest your money into a company that doesn't share its profits? Okay, look, it goes up, it comes down. It goes up, it comes down. It comes up, it goes down. What are you collecting from this stock when it goes down? Seriously. Because look, this is for the whole year. It went up great. If you didn't take your profits here, remember what I told you earlier? If you don't take your profits, the market maker takes it away from you. Check this out right here. Okay? 72. Goes up, pulls back, goes up, and here's the high of the year, 76.50. And then what happens? The market maker took it all away. Okay? If you do not take your profits, the market maker will take it away from you. And what did he do? Whoops, I moved that too much. Sorry. Okay, what did he do right here? Look, here's the high of the year. Okay, 76.50, whatever it is. 2 days later, you're down to 64. You lost $12 overnight because you didn't take your profit. So here's two things. Write it down, keep it in the back of your mind. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. And it's not a profit until you take it. Either one, both works out the same. The high of the year, if you didn't take your profits, the market maker took $12 away from you. That's his right. He can do whatever he wants. He's the market maker. He does the buying, he does the selling. All right. Next on the list, TSMC. TSMC. Never heard of them. Big fat no. TTD. Never heard of them either. The Trade Desk. That's going to be a no. Reason being, it's at the high of the year. I don't buy at the high of the year. I'll wait and what? Because look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Have you ever seen a stock that goes straight up and continues to go up? No, they don't exist. Okay? It gets to a certain point and then it comes back down again. This is a good one to do a put on if you like puts, because eventually that baby is going to come down to somewhere around 90 or 85. Okay, look at your low of the year is back in 60. Okay, back in January, $60. She goes up to 99. That is a 50% increase. A 50% increase from January to now. You don't think there's going to be profit taken? Who are you kidding? Of course there's going to be profit taking. Ask yourself a question. If you bought something for $1 and now it's at $2, would you take your profits? Hey, Matt Money Guy. How you doing over there, Matt Money Guy? Over on Instagram. All right, so, yeah, that's a no. Dell. Ooh, Dell's a good one. You guys do come up with some good ones once in a while, but, you haven't come up with anything that's not on my list yet. So I'm kind of interested. You know what? I think I'll do that. I think I will put a prize, up, I'll put a sign that says, prize, if you can find a stock that has 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options that is under $250 and above $5. So between $5 and $250. That's a nice range. 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. Yeah, I'll give you a prize. I got to figure out what it's going to be. But I've been doing this for 20 years. If it's out there, I probably already know who it is. Okay, but yet you guys keep throwing crap at me. All right. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay, because I feel bad. I honestly do. I do. I feel bad for people who are told one thing. All right. All right, Tom, HPE. HPE. Okay. HPE 21. It's going to be a no, but let me continue. It's going to be a no because it's at high of the year. HPE. Hewlett Packard. Okay. From 2015 to now, that's only 9 years? Yeah, it's only 9 years of increased dividends. It's going to be a no. It's the second reason it's a no. 3 to 4 to 7 to 8 to 11 to 12. Yeah, look at it. It hasn't increased its dividend in quite a while. From 2020 all the way up to 2023, there's no increase in the dividends whatsoever. Okay, so Hewlett Packard Enterprises. Now, HPQ is different than HPE. Okay, HPQ is on my list. HPE is not on my list. HPE doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. They don't consistently increase their dividends. And it's at the absolute high of the year. Okay, so here's the thing. If you own it, is that Tom? Tom Barry? Tom Barry, if you own it, all right, nobody ever went broke taking profits. It's at a high. If you think it's going to go higher, hey, fine. Okay, it's not a profit until you take it. All right, a couple questions. Let's go. Look at it. It's almost 11 o'clock. Super Boss, I think you're wrong. Better risk reward. Okay, I have no idea what that conversation is. TLY. Really, Brian? You want to do that one, TLY? Hello, everybody. Jules, New York City. Tom Barry, thank you, sir. Now, Tom, I'm not insulting you or anything. It's just that DUKHAL. DUKHAL. Halliburton. I like Halliburton. Halliburton is on my list. AbbVie. That's on my list also. ABBV. AbbVie. ABR. Verizon. Never heard of ABR. Picaris. Do you ever short or do puts when it's that high? No, I don't do puts at all. Okay, so Picaris. I've been doing this for teaching for over 15 years. It's the exact same strategy that I taught 15 years ago. I don't change anything because I'm under the assumption that there are a lot of people who don't know how simple and easy it is. If I start adding more stuff to it, it becomes complicated. Now, I have 6 trading accounts. I share 2 of them publicly. I do this strategy in 2. I have a bunch of other strategies. Okay, this particular strategy gets 50% per year if you do it right. If this one gets 50% per year, what do you think my other ones are doing? Now, my other ones, I don't share them here. I'm nice, but I'm not that nice. Okay, I do have a morning trading group. Okay, a morning trading group where I teach you, you get to watch over my shoulder the trades that I do. Okay, it's on Patreon, Dividend Stock Talk. I also have a podcast. Every single one of my trades for the past 5 years have been logged on the podcast. If you've seen any of my videos, hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by The 10-Minute Trader. This strategy should only take you 10 minutes. When my daughter was 9 years old, it was directly created for her to be a 10-minute trading strategy. It's really not that difficult. The only reason why it looks difficult is because it's new to you. Okay? Now, it's very simple. You pick a company that you like. Dividend King, Dividend Aristocrat, Dividend Champion, whatever companies you like that you want to hold and you want to invest your hard-earned money into. Okay? You buy it for a certain price, you sell it to someone else for the exact same price you just paid for it. You collect a premium right here. That premium is more than 1%. If the stock goes up, great, you're back into cash. You do it all over again. What do I mean by that? Well, this is Warren Buffett's list for the month of June. T-Mobile, Heinz, Bank of America, General Motors, Boyd Gaming, Coca-Cola, Hewlett-Packard, HPQ, not HPE, HPQ. But now, if it's good enough for Warren Buffett, it should be good enough for you. Occidental Petroleum, Paramount, Mondelez, American Express, Globe Life. That's just for this month. What was last month? Last month was MasterCard, Verizon, AbbVie, Procter & Gamble, Bank Mellon, DHI, Aon, and Ally Bank. Okay? Now, before that one, what was before that one? April. Okay. Yeah, we just did that one. I'm missing one. All right, anyway. Besides the point, April. Oh, that's what I'm missing right there. Siri, Wells Fargo, Apple, Capital One Finance, UPS, Jefferies, Verizon, Moody's, Hewlett Packard. Oh, sorry, no. Heimlich & Payne. Sorry, not Hewlett Packard. Heimlich & Payne. Chevron, Kroger, Johnson & Johnson, LPX, T-Mobile. You've heard of almost every single one of those companies. They're owned by Warren Buffett. This is Warren Buffett's list. Okay, that's his list. I have 5 or 6 lists of my own. Okay, here's my list. Here's one of my lists right here. Companies, most of these companies are over 100 years old. Okay? That's one of my lists. So I always have something to buy. I take a look at it, 3M. Buy it 2 weeks before, grab a premium. Great. If it hits my target, great. I'm out. See you again in 90 days. 3M pays a dividend every 90 days. Baxter pays a dividend every 90 days. Wells Fargo pays a dividend every 90 days. Walmart pays a dividend every 90 days. So I buy it here, collect my 1%. Great, see you again in 90 days. Well, what am I going to do next? Well, I'll buy British Petroleum, get 1%. See you in 90 days. What's next? 3M. I'll get my 1%. See you in 90 days. Next, Baxter, eBay, GLW. GLW. Damn it, what is GLW? Corning. Damn it, that's the other one. Corning and Whirlpool, the only 2 that I have missed. Okay, so Corning and Whirlpool, yeah, since the beginning of January, every single night for 2.5 hours, you guys consistently give me stocks to take a look at. Out of all those nights, only 2 of them I missed Whirlpool and Corning. Other than that, I know them all. ABR, going to be a no. Whoops, let's get out of there. ABR. Okay, 1396. Let's go to Yahoo Finance, ABR. Arbor Realty Trust. Okay, well, look at, they've been paying dividends since 2004, 20 years. Cool. 35 cents, 43, 47, 55, 57. Oh, looks good so far. 65, 70, 72, 57. Backwards, nope. 58, backwards. 60, 62, 62, 24, 8 cents, 10 cents, 11 cents, 12, 11, 13, 15, 18, 21, 3 cents? Really? 27, 28, 30, 31, 34, 39, 40, 42, 43. Okay, fine. 20 years, they're all over the place with dividends. No consistency whatsoever. It's a no. But if you like it, more power to you. Let's take a look at the numbers. If I can buy it at 14, sell it to someone else for 14, I'm getting 25 cents. 25 cents on a $14 stock. Let's see what that number looks like. Okay, 25 cents divided by 14. That's 1.78% for the week. Okay, great. The numbers are awesome. Dividends are crappy. They're not no consistency. Okay, great. What am I looking at? Well, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, and this is the direction it's going. Okay, now I want to take a look at a little deeper. So Pocahontas, no, I don't ever short anything. I don't do puts. I don't. Okay, I'm one of those weird people. All right, I believe in what they call GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Okay, I like happy stuff. I do. I like Hallmark movies. Always a happy ending. Okay, I'm not delusional thinking that there aren't crap in the world, but why do I want to concentrate on the crap? No, if I have a choice, I would prefer to be happy. Because it's a choice. You wake up in the morning, you have a choice. Is it going to be a good day? Is it going to be a bad day? I wake up every morning, oh, it's going to be a great day. Because I'm above ground. There's a lot of people didn't wake up this morning. I'm thankful for what I have. As minuscule as it may be, because I don't have everything in the world. I don't. I like hanging out with my kids. I like hanging out with my grandson. I work around my son's yard. I work around my mother's yard, and I don't do anything. Low battery. YouTube's going to turn off very shortly. Okay, so let's take a look at ABR. See if you like it. Me personally, no. But a year ago, 1365. The high was 1774. That was the end of July last year. It looks like we have a triple bottom. Well, close to a triple bottom. December, end of November, beginning of February, and the middle of April, right around 12 bucks. I like it when you get a triple bottom. Look at that. That's what you call support. Okay? So it went down to 12 bucks 3 times. Did it go to 11 at all this year? No. Did it go to 10? No. Why? Because we, the buyers and sellers, think it's worth more than 12 bucks. That's why it never went below 12 bucks. Great. Well, we know where the support is, and we know where the high is. So where is it now? So from the most recent low right there, okay, beginning of April, look, she shoots up to here, pulls back, goes up, pulls back, back up to the upside. All right, so what's the last 30 days? Because I want to give some kind of idea which direction it's going to go. To do that, I need the last 30 days. Yep, I don't like it. Simple, right? Look, here we are. She drops. There's your 30-day bottom. Here's your 30-day top. She drops right here. Now she's up here. Too close to the top and no quite direction. So it's more likely going to come down. But it's not that definite. You know what I mean? It's there, but it's really not. You know what I mean? It's no clear cut because it's all over the place. It's no, that's the high, that's the low. She goes up, she comes down. Okay, she came down. She gapped up, right? She hit here, the gap filled, and then she hit here again. Now she's coming back down. Okay, great. I don't like it, but that's me. If you like ABR and it works for you, more power to you. All right? All right, what's next on my list? ET. I get this requested twice a week. Energy Transfer. Where are we? We're at 11 o'clock. We got a half hour to go. Energy Transfer. I don't think I've ever bought Energy Transfer. Why is that? Energy Transfer. Oh 06. 06 to 24. What is that? 18 years? 18 years of dividends? 1 cent. 6, 8, 9, 10, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 21, 29, 30, 31, 31, 31. No increase. Uh-oh. From 2020, she goes from 31 down to 15, 18, 20. Okay, she cut the dividends halfway through. Okay, if you like Energy Transfer, I could let it slide. You know, they don't have quite 20 years of increased dividends. They get 18. Okay, the numbers are adequate. They did cut the dividends. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. 1551. Great, the 1550. Not 1%. Sorry. And let's take a look at the chart. You might be able to get 1%. Okay, you get a 12 by 17. You could ask for it. You could put a limit order and say, hey, I want 1%. I want 15 cents. Because figuring out what's 1%, you just move the decimal point over. Okay? All right, a year ago, 1275. The bottom of the year, 1243. Okay, the high of the year, 1640. Okay, look where we are from the high of the year. Oh, and this one's clear as day. Can you see that? Clear as day. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. She's going to the upside. Let's look at the last 30 to find out where she's going to go next. Right there. Okay. Check it out. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Going to the upside. If you like energy transfer, even though they're not giving out 1%. Okay, they're giving out a little bit less than 1%. But still, a little bit less than 1% is still over 30, 40% per year if you like energy transfer. It all comes down to, does it make sense? Is it something you like? And if you like it, why not buy it? Sell someone at the exact same price you paid for it. It's like, hey, I'm going to the stock market. Can I pick you up anything? Yeah, pick me up some energy transfer. Hey, I just paid, $15.50 of my own money. Can you pay me back and give me a little bit of a boost? Okay, a little bit of boost. 12 cents per share. Great. A little bit less than 1%, but there you go. All right. Anyway, next on the list, HDIV. Why is it I never heard of that one? HDIV. That's why. Yeah, no options. SMT. What is SMT? SMT. Smart Technologies. No options. Nope. SVOL. I know that's a no. Yep, ETF. Nope, and it's a monthly. TSM. TSM. Look, I'm breezing through them now. Taiwan Semiconductors. Nice company. However, look where you are. Okay? Gapped up, gapped up, gapped up, gapped up. Where do you think it's going to go now? It is at the high of the year. 179. It means the 180 is going for 451. You got to really like it at that because it's giving you a fat premium. That is a fat premium. Why? Well, it's at the high of the year. Do you really think it's going to go higher? Great. Gamble your money. I ain't gambling mine. Sorry. TSM is going to be a no for me. Ooh, here we go. Now, UPS. I like UPS. Here you go. UPS. Check it out. 134.40. The 134s are going for 216. I'm losing 40 cents, but I'm still getting over 1%. I like the 134s. I like the 134s a lot. So I'm actually going to write this one down. UPS. All right, UPS. Anytime I write one down, it's usually a good indicator that I'm going to buy it. Usually. All right, so UPS. Let's check it out. The high of the year, the low is here. Ooh, that's a nice time to buy it. Why? Well, here's the high of the year, 190, whatever. Down here, 133, whatever. Okay? But look, you can't get any lower than the low of the year. And it's close to the low of the year. I want to go to the low of the year, and then I want it to bounce up and go to the upside. That's what I want. All right, so let's take a look. A year ago, 177, topped out at 193.24, bottomed out just recently at 132.64. Great. Well, let's take a look. Last 90 days. 90 days ago was, it would be 318, right? 318. Right there. Last 3 months. Okay? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm going to, well, I'm a little bit questioning that one there. I like 2 days to the upside. Okay? I like 2 days to the upside. What happened? There's the bottom right there. 3 days ago on Friday. What happened? Monday was up. Tuesday, she went higher, but she also dropped down. She made a higher high and a lower low. Not quite what I'm looking for. I like 2 days to the upside. Okay? All right, let's go into the last 30 days. Here we go. Last 30 days. Okay? There's your 30-day high. She drops, pulls back, I don't like this nowhere land. It's like just going sideways, and I hate saying it's going sideways. I do, because stocks go up, they go down. But look where it is. Okay, here's your previous 30-day bottom, goes up, pulls back, up, pulled back, drops down to here. Here's your new 30-day bottom. Now she went up, and she's at 134. I would wait for it to go up again a couple more days before I actually jump in, but that's me. I like UPS. All right, we have enough for a couple more. Intel. Ooh, I like me some Intel. INTC. INTC. There you have it. $30.64. 30.64. The 30.50s are going for 71. Are you kidding me? Really? That's almost, wait a minute. 30.50. I'm losing 14. 14 off of that is 59. Close to 2%. Close to 2%. And that's Intel. And we all know who Intel is, or at least we should all know who Intel is. So let's take a look at the numbers. First thing I want to see, the high, the low, where was it, where is it, in which direction is it going? Look at the last 30 days or so, right down here. I want to take a closer look at that because I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Intrigued. Okay, a year ago, 35.81. Topped out at 51.19, and that was the end of the year, last year, the end of December. From there, she just drops almost like a rock. Look at that. She goes from 51 all the way down to 31. 51 to 31. It's a $20 drop. That is close to a 50%. I'd say somewhere around 40, 45% drop. All right. Last 30 days. Well, last 30 days. Interesting. I don't like the way the chart looks. There's no rhyme or reason. And I don't like it when there's no rhyme or reason. 30 days ago, here we are. 30-day bottom, a couple of days later. She goes up, pulls back, up, pull back. Man, it's like all over the place. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It makes it difficult to look at. Okay, so where's it going? Can't really tell. Okay, because your 30-day bottom is here. She went up, pulled back, up, pulled back, up, pulled back, up, and she pulled back again. Okay, there's no rhyme or reason to it. I like it when you can actually see and you can visualize it. Do I like Intel? Well, of course I like Intel. So the question is, do I like Intel at $30.60? Okay, $30.64. Well, I do. And at the 30.50, it's giving me close to 2%. Works for me. Okay, let's get to some more questions. Oh, good question. Blah, blah, blah. What did I miss? Blah, blah, blah. Good question. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, oh, someone got blocked out. Thanks, Wade. Nope. And 86 blocked out. Who's that? Thanks, you guys. There's one less thing I got to do. It's waiting to buy a good deal. It's waiting for you to buy a good deal. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Alan. Okay, I showed you a couple of good deals today. Okay? I'm going through the list of stocks you guys gave me. I'm not going through my list. All right, next on the list is AbbVie. AbbVie. ABBV. AbbVie. Interesting. Interesting. 172 to 172. Interesting. Let's take a look. First thing I want to see, 172.68. Closest one is 172. I'm losing 18 cents. Take 18 cents off of that. It's below 1%. Do I really want to do it below 1%? Well, let's take a gander. I'm going to say no. Okay, look at the chart. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this run up between here to where it is now. Okay, let me zoom in a little closer so you get a good look at it. Okay, she goes up, pulls back, up, pulls back, up. Where do you think it's going to go next? James, your shirt doesn't leave much to the imagination. Well, I don't know. Sorry about that. So you buy before the dividend's paid. Uh-oh, I missed that. Last question, promise. Where can I go to join up and learn more? Oh, Picaris. I used to be able to, you know what? Here we go. Hold on a second. Patreon. Dividend Stock Talk on Patreon. Just look in the what do you call it? Google Dividend Stock Talk Patreon or Patreon Dividend Stock Talk. Where are we? Right here. Okay. AbbVie. I like AbbVie. Don't get me wrong. I do. It's just not a good time to buy it because here's your bottom. Here's your top. What happens at a 30-day top? Most likely. Now, if I'm buying a stock and I see the stock going up and it's at a high, you see, look at it. Okay, here's the previous high. She pulled back 1, 2, 3, 4 days at the top. Now she's at 172.50, wherever it's at. Okay, that's basically the high of the 30-day period. If you don't take your profits, you can pretty much guarantee the market maker is going to pull that baby down. Okay, because that's what happens. Stocks go up, you take your profits, you say, where can I join? Where can I find the calendar with dividends? Milo, go to Google and search EX Dividend Calendar, and you'll find a bunch of websites that have EX Dividend Calendars. John G. I wonder if I bought IP yesterday. Last week I thought it would play this week up 117. International paper. International paper is on my list, by the way. It's going to be a no, in my humble opinion. But if you like, John, if you like international paper, great. Let's take a look. 46.48 to 46.50, 25 cents. Not even close to 0.5%. That's a no to me. And also, it's at the high of the year. That's again a no. That's 2 no's in a row. Sorry, John. That's just my humble opinion. I have been wrong. All right. I have been wrong before. All right. Next on the list, SLYV. Really? SLYV? SLYV. Yep. Nope. ETF. SCNI. Really? SCNI. That's a no. Coney. Ooh, C-O-N-Y. C-O-N-Y. This one is a no. Next one, Lennar. I don't like paper this quarter. Okay. Dividends for cash flow with capital. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Big Mike. That's 2 strikes, John. All right, Big Mike, what do you mean by that? Dividends for cash flow with capital. You don't like paper this quarter. No, international paper does not look good. Sponges are in. Rocco, I have no idea what that means. ASTS. Never even heard of ASTS. That's going to be a no. AST Spacemobile Inc. It's at the high. And I seriously doubt it has 20 years of increased dividends. I've never heard of them. No dividends. Thanks, 86. What stock would you recommend keeping for a long term? Okay, now me, Summers, I don't make any recommendations whatsoever. Okay? My first and foremost, I always suggest people do your own research. Find out what works for you. Find a company that you can get behind. I have never heard of ASTS, but you know who I have heard of? General Motors, Ford, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, AT&T, Microsoft, Dell. There's a whole bunch of them. I actually look at 300 different companies. Substack, never heard of them. Sorry, what about Pfizer? Ooh, I like Pfizer, PFE. I believe they pay a dividend. Yes, they do. And they're actually on my list. PFE, Pfizer, 27.41. All right, 27.43 to 27.50s are going for 40 cents. That is well over 1%. Okay? Look at the chart. Here's the high, about 40 bucks. The low, down to 25. She pulls up, pulls back down, and she's getting ready to turn around. Let's take a close look at that chart because it's kind of intriguing. A year ago, 39.87. That's the high of the year. Okay? She drops down to the low of the year on the end of April, and that was 25.24. But take a look. From the low of the year, this is the low of the year right here. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up again, finds the 30-day high, drops down. There's your 30-day bottom. Monday, Tuesday, today was an up day. Well, what does that tell you? Well, I'll tell you what it tells me. Okay, here's your last 30 days. Okay, down, up, down, up. 30-day high, look at this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days to the downside before you and I, the buyers and sellers, say, wait a minute, that's too damn cheap for Pfizer. And Pfizer went up today. That's 1 day to the upside. I like 2 days to the upside before I jump in. So Thursday, do you buy options or shares in order to collect the dividends? All right, Carlos, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? My AbbVie cost basis is 90. All right, we're not looking at AbbVie anymore. Sorry. SPX is a no. They don't pay dividends. Now, I don't buy, Carlos, I don't buy options. I sell. I'm an option seller. So if you're an option buyer, different story. Okay. I sell options with the intent of the option becoming worthless and expiring on a Saturday. I get my cash and I'm a happy camper. I look at a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. I buy a nice stock, kind of like Pfizer. Okay. 27.43 is what I can pay for it tomorrow morning. Okay. I would sell somebody else the rights at 27.50 for 40 cents a share. What does that come to? Okay, Tom, I'm going to keep going on Barry. Old lady I delivered mail to is hot on them. Okay, well, here we go. The last 30 days. 30 days ago, 28.80. She drops down to 28.40, shoots on up to 29.60, drops down to 27.80, shoots back up to 29.70. 8 days, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days to the downside. 26.85. Is that right? 26.85? 26.87 was the low right there. 26.87. Today was an update. I like 2 days to the upside before I jump into anything. If you're looking for the bottom, buy low, sell high. You can't get any lower than the 30-day low. That was yesterday. Okay? If I jump in right now, I can get it 27.43, sell it to 27.50 to someone else. I collect 40 cents a share. What is 40 cents a share on a $27 stock? Divided by 27.43, 27.43 gives me a grand total of 1.45% for the week. If you wanted a 1% stock, here you go, right here, Pfizer. Now, I'm not suggesting it. It's not a recommendation. I'm saying do your own research. But here it is. Look, the last trade, 27.41, 27.42, 27.43. Did anybody catch that? Let me read it again. The last trade, 27.41. The bid, 27.42. The ask, 27.43. Both the bid and the ask are higher than the last traded price. That is the market maker tipping his hand, saying, hey, I'm pushing it up tomorrow. Because look, the last trade, 27.41, 27.42, 27.43. Both of them are higher than the last traded price. That means he's going higher tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Friday, but Thursday. Hey, what does Pfizer usually do this time of year? This time of year, okay, that's pretty much you cannot say you can't see that. Seriously. Here's where we are. She'll go up, flop a little bit, not that big, but next week, but then she just shoot up. Historically speaking, that is not guaranteed. That's just what it's done on average over the last 10 years. Okay? So that's going to be a good one to take a look at on Monday because we have Thursday and Friday. Good. Thursday and Friday. Let's check this out for a second. Okay, so here's where we are now. Okay, we have day off tomorrow, so no trading tomorrow. So Thursday and Friday, let's say hypothetically this is the bottom. Thursday is going to be an update. Friday will be opportunity to jump in. Monday would be my confirmation of jumping in. If I'm going to do it, it'll be Monday. So I'm going to actually write Pfizer down. PFE and circle it. All right. That being said, I'm going to answer questions. We're not going to do any more because it is that time of day. All right. So let's see the last couple of questions. I want to call it a day. Where was I? Okay, Ms. Summers, I don't make any recommendations at all. I do recommend you do your own research and find out what works for you. Substack, Seth, Substack is a no. They don't 20 years. Tom Barry, we just went over Pfizer. HIMS for long term. I never heard of HIMS. Sorry. AMP, never heard of them either. Different between Verizon and AT&T. Which is better long term? Okay, you're asking me the wrong questions. I don't do long term investing. The longest I've ever held anything, I've been investing for 20 years, over 20 years. Longest I've ever held anything was 9 months. Why? Well, I created this trading strategy for my daughter in 2008. Now, where I went to school, where I grew up, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, it worked back in 2008. It's been working ever since. Okay, but you guys are only seeing it because somebody was stupid enough to put me in front of a camera and say, hey, here, have at it. And I just retired recently, so I actually enjoy teaching people. So if you like it, great. If not, hey, more power to you. So the Verizon AT&T, I couldn't tell you because I don't do anything long term. I'm strictly weekly. I buy on Monday. I sell the covered call. If I'm out by Friday, great. If not, I will hold on to it because I don't ever buy something I do not want to hold on to. Okay, if I buy something, it means I want to hold on to it. And I will keep doing a covered call until it hits my target. The longest that ever was 9 months, and that was Kimberly Clark. I bought it, held on for 9 months. I collected 3 dividends and about 30 premiums. It was great. All right. All right. Have AbbVie and Pfizer for years. Well, that's good for you, FL Mixer. What are we doing? AbbVie is 90. All right, your cost basis. Where am I? Oh, come on, they're not moving. Do you buy options or shares in order to collect the dividends? All right, Carlos. Options, when you buy options, you don't get dividends. You only collect dividends if you own the stock. And you have to own the stock on the date of record, which means you have to buy it before the EX date. What does that mean? Let's quickly go over this right here. Okay, this little calendar right here behind me. May 2024, 3M, Key, Starbucks, Visa, Whirlpool, so on and so forth. Date number 1. There's 4 dates to remember. 4. Date number 1 is the announcement date. That is when the company announces that they're going to pay a dividend. Okay, great. Date number 2 is the most important date. That is the EX date. Each one of these green dots represents the EX date. That's what I personally look for. That's date number 2. Date number 3 is the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. That's what you have to own the stock in order to be entitled to the dividend. Date number 4, self-explanatory. It's the payment date. It's when you get paid. All right, 11:32 more. I'm going to go over the last questions and I'm going to call it a day. SPX is a no. We already said that. AMP, that's a no. All righty, Tom Barry. I'm glad your old lady likes PFE. Thank you so much, boss. Carlos, you're welcome. Barry, thank you. You're welcome. You're being fooled, sir. Oh. I scalp, huh, doctor? No, you don't. Oh. Good Good night, Michael David. David, thank you. Thanks for the lessons. You got it. AMSC, never heard of it. PLTR is no. We already looked at it earlier. Crossfire, thank you, sir. Much appreciate information. You're welcome. How's your collarbone? It hurts. I changed the tire yesterday. Now, when I say I changed the tire yesterday, I'm not talking about a tire. I'm talking about a freaking tire. It's a motorhome on a diesel pusher. These things stand up to my chest. Okay, that's how big the damn tire is. Yeah, I heard it. Let's say I aggravated it. I shouldn't have done it, so I'm taking the next couple of days off and doing absolutely nothing. Were you ever a teacher? No, but I always wanted to be a teacher. I just didn't want to do the 7 years to be unappreciated and underpaid. Good night. Thanks for the lesson. You got it, Tom. Michael, David, Robinson. Hey there, James and everyone. I just landed the plane in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Next time you come to the St. Pete area, might give me a buzz because I know someone who actually has a concierge at the PIE, which is private airplanes in St. Pete. Yeah. So we might go take a ride this weekend on one of the private planes. That'll be fun. Good night, Bubba. Nice to see you, Michael David. But first thing I got into hotel van, I got here to listen to James. Oh, thank you for that, Michael. Simba, thanks, Rocco. All right, doctor. No, you don't. Okay, you scalp. I'm kind of understanding what you're trying to say. These bots scalp $50 on 5,000. Okay, good. You're being fooled, sir. Okay, wonderful. All right, 86. Thanks you for blocking him out. I have no idea what he was getting. I was kind of interested to find out where he was going with that. I was. I don't trust bots. I don't trust computers. I strictly do it all myself because that's just the way I was brought up. Anyway, I drew. Thank you. Hood. Yep. Ashton, we already talked about Robinhood. It's a no. They don't have any dividends. That's a no. SCHD. Mindy. Yeah. My wife loves your method. All right, Simba. Cool beans. Mindy, SCHD, that's going to be a no. Okay. Now, we went over that earlier. Yeah. Yeah. Winner 86, I couldn't figure out what that guy was talking about either. You know, I was kind of interested in seeing where the conversation was going, but he wasn't making any sense. But it is what it is. No idea. All right. New followers. Oh, look at this. Alonta Taylor, my thoughts on NVIDIA. Do you really want my serious opinion on NVIDIA? Seriously. My serious opinion. Okay, say, I don't hold any punches. I tell you it like it is. I like companies that have 20 years of increased dividends. Do you know what the dividend is for NVIDIA? If you're looking at NVIDIA, you should know what the dividend is. You should also know what the book value is. What is the book value of NVIDIA? You're putting your money into it. You should know. Okay, the book value on NVIDIA is $2 a share. The shares were $1,200 a share, $1,200. But if they liquidated, that means they sell off everything they own, you would get $2 a share. Does that sound like a good deal? Do you know what the dividend is for NVIDIA? 1 cent. Okay, so you tell me. Yeah, it's a hot stock. Great. They have one every year. Great. Fine. Damn, don't bother me with it. They have shitty dividends. They haven't increased their dividends. So why would I even want to take a look at it? Why? Because it's on everybody's top of their list. It can only go up so high, and then there's going to be profit taking. Okay. Do I give private lessons? Yes, I do. Visa. Yep. Alonta. Right, Miss Taylor. Okay. Visa. Mindy. Yep, it's a good one. Yeah, Wade, 1 penny. All right. All right, that's it for the questions. Great. Thoughts on ARM to trade? You can come back tomorrow. James, I'm going to write ARM. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. ARM. All right. Other than that, you guys have a great night. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Take you along for the ride for that safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. And those, my friends, are companies that have consistently increased their dividends to their shareholders for more than 20 consecutive years. All right. Have a good night. Frankie's dad. You've been here before, Frankie's dad. Catch you next week, tomorrow. Only way to retire is dividend babies. All right, Frankie. Seriously, Frankie. Catch me again tomorrow night, same time, 9 to 11:30. Come on, turn off. There we go. That was a nice night. 7,700. Investing in dividend stocks for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using pre-qualified companies that have increased their dividends for a minimum of 20 consecutive years to their shareholders. Okay, that one's charging. All right, off with you guys. Stop streaming. Peace out, my little brother.